I just fucking woke up from a nap, which means it's the perfect time to record this. The pre-drop is kind of boring. I think that's its biggest problem is that it's just straight up boring. It's also weirdly unbalanced. Like the very first part is like fucking all free clicks, and then like you have Dav JT's part, which is like the only hard part before like the song does anything basically, which is really weird. I don't know. I did not like his part because it was the only thing that prevented the very beginning of the level from becoming consistent. Starting from I think like 10 or 12% is when like the second half of the pre-drop begins. The gameplay there is fine. It's a little annoying to learn, especially that like weird semi-memory part right after Vibrance part. But starting at the first duel in the pre-drop, the level really picks up, and this is where the gameplay is probably the best, is starting from the first duel in the pre-drop all the way to Zender's part. I read a lot that quite a few people didn't like the second duel in the pre-drop, but honestly I found it pretty consistent and really satisfying. And then anyhow, after the first two pre-drop duels, there's a drop duel. That part's really fun. And then I think after that, immediately after that, is Zender's part. I might be wrong. I'm very sleepy right now still, so I might be remembering stuff wrong, but anyhow, all the way up to Zender's part plays really well. Zender's part really surprised me because I'm pretty sure, like, at very least, the second pre-drop duel to the first drop section, the gameplay was made by Marwick, so the fact that it's good is completely unsurprising. But I don't think Marwick made Zender's gameplay because it's just not his style. And I'm pretty sure Zender made his own gameplay for his part, which is pretty cool and also good job. The part plays really well. It's honestly my favorite part, both in terms of visuals and gameplay. So super good job to them. And then after Zender's part, the quality drops down a bit. The next part is just a little annoying to learn, and it just wasn't consistent for the longest time until I was very close to beating it. I don't know why. I think this was just a me thing. It's a very learny section for how straightforward it looks, and I guess I mean, I'm just ass with learning gameplay, I guess. Next part is I think Flash's part, and I think a lot of people complained about it being a huge choke point. And yeah, it is. It's just weird. The main thing for me was that one goofy ass Akira looking ass ship maneuver, which was like way harder than anything else in the part or the level. And yeah, I don't know why he intentionally made it like a choke point part, because that's like one of the things you do if like you're making the level as like a solo or a duo, where you have much more control over the general like cohesiveness of the level. But when it's just like a huge mega collab, you can't just do that because it just feels off and annoying and out of place. And yeah, after that is that one part whose creator I cannot remember, but he made a bunch of cool easy demons. It's an okay part. It's definitely a bit awkward, but it definitely has one of the most unique expressions of the song's energy, and for that I think I can give the part kudos. But yeah, it's just kind of just ass to play, and it's a bit RNG. It's just kind of depending on like how the part's feeling. Like sometimes it's like, yeah, you can pass this part, you know, all the time, and then sometimes it's just like, fuck you, I don't want to work anymore. And it's like, okay bro, cool. After that is Bionox, and wow, this part played like ass. All the ship control feels horrendous. It just feels awkward to play and nothing satisfying. I don't know why. None of the ship gameplay looks like it should be that awkward, but it just feels weird. My ship feels like way lighter and way heavier at the same time. Like it just feels so awkward. After that is Jenkins' part, and I'm surprised his part played like ass, because Jenkins has made good like hard gameplay. Like Swirling Fire by him is a absolute banger. I guess like his Extreme Demon gameplay just didn't end up coming to par. It was just an annoying choke point at like 78, and it was just really awkward, and a lot of the click felt super like alignment dependent. Finally, the last drop part, it was just weird. Honestly, the dash orb in there has a fucking speed change in the middle that takes forever to get used to, and it's just really annoying. And then there's the ship dash, the dual ship dash orb that's just awkward as hell. I did not like that. And then the wave the 2 wave clicks afterwards. The exit on that is super weird because you can clip the edge of a block super easily, and that was obscenely annoying. Every time I died to that, I'd be like, what the fuck, dude, come on, you couldn't have added a small D block at the edge of that. And then after that, the post drop, not much to say. I think the ending was fine, except for that one part with all like the diagonal lines and like super clear colors, saturated colors. The blue orb click and then the double blue orb click. I can't describe it more right now, but I can put them on screen. Those were complete ass clenchers. They were so much harder than they needed to be. But yeah, and then after that, the last part is just completely free. You are not dying to the last part. It's like hard demon, maybe even medium demon gameplay. So it's kind of just that part where you go, oh my god, I beat the level, woohoo. But you still have to, do some clicks. I think conceptually and like visually, this level's cool. Having a bunch of cool creators kind of just come together and like the host just really just let like their interpretations of the theme just go wild. And I think that mashup of style actually turned out super well. And like watching the level, it is a really cool and really good looking level. It's just unfortunate that a lot of the gameplay just isn't there. And even though I know for a lot of those creators, making the gameplay and decoration really helped that sense of like identity for each part. And when it comes to just straight up playability, the level really could have benefited from having a dedicated gameplay team like some of the parts did with Marwick making some of the parts. Like they could have done more of that. It is what it is. Overall, if you can stomach some ass gameplay, it might be worth it. Only if you're gonna be able to also play the level on full detail. Honestly, the only good reason to play this level is to kind of experience that full detail experience. If you're gonna have to like run it on Allium or anything, I just don't think it's worth it, and you're just better off finding a level that just straight up plays better. Other than that, yeah, just like watch the level rather than play it, honestly. It's been so long since I fluked a level.